Don't worry, I'm not driving. I'm just waiting to get to a gate. I just wanted to say something because I'm just going to go on a little rant because my husband always has to hear about it. But I just want to say the significance of all of the people involved in the Epstein, in the government that are involved in the Epstein. Everybody involved is getting some kind of reckoning, and it's going to come to the light as Mercury swoops by, because Mercury is the messenger, so it brings the message to the other planets, and that message was, no you don't. Went through Sagittarius, Mercury did, and then it stopped in its tracks and it said, hang on a second, because Sagittarius tells the truth. It likes to seek the truth. It's about philosophy, higher learning, higher education. That's why sometimes they like think they're like calling it like they see it, and like they're like, that's funny, but sometimes it's like the truth like hurts, or like it's like, okay, that's kind of a Saggy vibe, and so when you're really seeking the truth, it's like, wait a second, it's not funny. What was that back there? And it turned around and went back to Scorpio. And there was just a bunch of planets or people and their planets that all were waiting for them. Well, Mercury was going to come back and had a little bit of vengeance, It had a message for them and some questions. And Mercury asked questions too, like, are you telling the truth? And what is beneath like the dark, like the layer, like what's beneath the swamp? Like there's something hiding there that when Scorpio is like in its higher expression, it's deeply transformational. It's deeply transformational, and it can go through things that all the other signs I can't go through. The other signs I couldn't handle a death and rebirth and like the ego death and everything like that the Scorpio has to deal with. So Scorpio is amazing. We need Scorpio. Pluto's incredible. Traditionally it's ruled by Mars, so but there was just a bunch of people that, well, it's there's no coincidences, of course, it's not really how it works, but the planets like represent like the people, right? So anybody's sun, that's like their identity, their ego, their sense of self. So Pam Bondi, her Scorpio is in sun, I think the 24th degree. So that is like her sun, her ego in the later degrees. And then everybody else has planets going on there. Even Tim Cook has his Mercury retrograde Scorpio 22 degrees. Which is the same as J.D. Vance and Peter Thiel's Neptune and Mars. So all landing in Trump's third house. So I just wanted to go on a little rant. I'm about to get in this gate. So, because that's how astrology in general works. And I just want to like show people how obvious it can be, especially when I go on YouTube and see like the titles, like, oh, it's in collapse or anything, especially during Trump's 8th house annual perfection year, which is Scorpio based. Even though for him personally, it's through a Piscean lens. The 8th house is all Scorpio or Pluto, traditionally like based. So that's where, when you look at a zodiac wheel, that's where it's going to be. And so those themes are going to always echo throughout. So it's all connected, and I just feel like this is a great time to start sharing what I see and how it works with like political astrology. And maybe I can get some people like to start helping me research, because yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of information to like look up myself, but a lot of things I've just had memorized, and then things will come up to make me realize that they have similar things like in their charts.